Hello, my friends. Happy solstice, everyone. Just doing some cleansing while we wait for people to join. If this is your first time with me, I am Natalie from Crystal Aura Tarot. It's been a little while between transmissions, but I do enjoy jumping on for the solstices and the equinoxes to share some wisdom because it's such a potent time in the collective. So we'll continue to cleanse as we wait for a few more people to join. Hello everyone, happy solstice. I was just sharing that I always really like to make the effort to be here for these special portal days. And I'm not talking about all the numbers of the calendar. I'm talking about the portal days of the eternity symbol of the 8. It's taught me a lot about the energetic significance of the solstices and the equinoxes. So I'm really happy to be here today to share some guidance and wisdom from the tarot and also from the quantum field, collective wisdom. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey Heather. Heather encouraged me to do this live tonight. So thank you, Heather. I'm super glad you can be here. If you guys have any of your own cleansing you wish to do, you can join me now. I just have some Palo Santo, which I'm using to cleanse my field and cleanse the space. Yes, thank you, Pure Pill and Heather. Awesome. So my first question for you guys before we start the energy check-in and the tarot cards is, how are you all feeling? How has this time been for you? How are you feeling? How's the energy at the moment? Because I've been having a time. It's been a challenging time for me, and I'm starting to understand more about the energy of this time, but boy, it's been a rough ride. I'm starting to feel into what's mine and what's of the collective. It was not obvious at all to me for the past few weeks what belonged to me and what belonged to the whole. And of course, we are all the whole as well as being individual. We all have our individual auric fields, but they all intersect, with everyone else's auras. And yeah, we feel what the collective feels. We feel what those around us feel as well, especially when we're empaths. Heather, yesterday was very chaotic. All right, I feel pretty cleansed now. I don't know about you guys. Just blow ash into your fields. Smoke is so beautiful to cleanse with. It's such bringing together, let's talk some tarot symbols, bringing together the elements of fire and air and also earth. Let's cleanse your field as well. Heather's bringing nature energy into the field for us too. That's beautiful. Thank you, Heather. Okay, cool. So it's a pretty amazing energetic portal we have going on. Not only do we have the solstice, we also have a full moon in Capricorn, which is big, powerful energy. I'm excited to kind of meditate on that energy with you guys as well. Just gonna pick up my crystals and share some crystal energy with you guys too. Yeah, let's talk about the solstice. So the solstice is, if you've been with me on one of these before, one of these transmissions for the solstice or the equinox, you would know that I talk about the figure 8, the lemniscate, the eternity symbol. This symbol is a fantastic symbol to use at these times, because when we're at the equinox, which is equal day and equal night, we're at the like very center point of that field, and we're anchoring the energy of balance, of harmony. But with the solstice, we have gone on a journey, and if we think about then the seesaw or the pendulum that swings, you know, it gets into a momentum and it goes to the extremities. The solstice is the extremities. So if you're in the northern hemisphere right now, you're experiencing the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. And if you're like me in the southern hemisphere, then we are experiencing the winter solstice, which is the shortest day or longest night of the year. And so we've got this polarity that we're all anchoring in together. Some of us on one side playing in the light, the others on the other side in the darkness. And I'm not surprised that I've been going through some processes the past couple of weeks as we've moved into this solstice portal, where it's felt like the realm of the darkness, the realm of shadow. And it's a beautiful thing. I was thinking, because I always have people from both hemispheres on my live streams, so it's always important for me to talk about both sides of this polarity, both sides of the pendulum, and to think about the people who might be like me, and you might be in the northern hemisphere going through some shadow stuff yourself, but generally the masses of beautiful light, of you know, hours and hours of light that you guys have in the northern hemisphere, you're like holding the frequency for us down below, who are actually wading through some really dark, deep, watery shadow stuff right now. And on the other hand, so we've got some amazing light warriors holding the frequency of the highest light for us in the northern hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, we are delving deep into our stores of courage, our fears, doing shadow work, deep shadow work for ourselves and also the collective. I've definitely been feeling that the past few weeks, and it's been very challenging. I know many others that I follow, my teachers, mentors, peers that post on Instagram, for instance, have been reflecting on how difficult the energy has been on a very personal level over the past couple of weeks, and it's felt extremely personal. Hard to remember that part of the field is also generating this energy. Part of the field is requiring a portion of us to be doing this deep cleansing shadow work, like that real deep scorpionic shadow work, going to the very bottom of the drain pipe and doing that like immense clearing. And so while we're there in the darkest parts, we're so lucky to have our beautiful family in the northern hemisphere soaking up all the light and holding that frequency for us to help us get through this period. Hey Aaron, nice to see you, buddy. So if you're feeling like you're seeing, you're witnessing, whether that's within yourself or within the world, polarity in action, we do. This time is all about polarity, and it's all about reconciling that. It's very destabilizing. It can be very dysregulating when we're having to deal with the extremes of polarity. And it's important for us to remember that it's why we came here. We came to this realm with the universal law of duality or polarity, to experience what that is, to understand what the opposite of unity is, you know, coming from a place of light, coming from the spirit realm, where we're complete, like an utter love, oneness, unity, right? We do our soul contracts to come down to earth, to go into this 3D realm of limitation, but also rich experience, material experience that's not possible in other places. And so it's really important. I've had to remind myself, and I've had beautiful reminders from some of my lovely friends, including Heather, about the fact that these dark parts a super important part of why we've came here, and there's always going to be a lesson for us there, but we have to, you know, we have to transit through the darkness, and we have to be brave enough to like go into those shadow places, not just because, you know, where it's important to do your shadow work, but it's why we came here. It's not all about beautiful, happy love and light experiences all the time. We can't know what those are unless we felt the darkness. We can't know the beautiful, incredible, like enlightening warmth of the sun, of the joy of the summer solstice portal, for instance, without having the experience of the polarity on the other side, of that darkness, of the shadow, and of like learning how to navigate between those two. And this is where the figure 8 is such a beautiful symbol to work with, because it's a continuous flow of energy back and forth around the kind of like on the pendulum, on the seesaw, however we want to like visualize it. It's a very powerful thing to work with, because we know that what goes up must come down, and what is extreme will eventually be harmonized, because that's the natural order. That is the natural flow. So yeah, I hope that serves you guys. Again, I'd love to check in now and just see how you are feeling with the energy of this portal. That's definitely a reflection that I've been working with myself. I'm just going to see if anything else wants to come through from the cards. Let's do an energetic check-in and see. Consulting my business partner Ruby here, our friend Ruby, wisdom keeper. Okay, what is the energy for this solstice, this beautiful time? Okay, here it is. Ooh. I have the Seven of Pentacles, came reversed. Pure Pearl, it's never too easy, but it's never too hard with your heart. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's never too easy, but it's never too hard with your heart. Heather, I know you had some beautiful sayings, affirmations, reminders that you shared with me this week. If you feel like sharing them in the chat, if it's practical, that would be amazing, because I know they'd serve everyone here really well. That's a beautiful reminder too, because when we feel untethered, I think that's part of why we feel things can feel really difficult. Being in a body, feeling such intense emotions, sometimes we can feel quite detached. One of the questions I've had in the past couple of weeks is like, when you're really in those depths, like why is it like how, sometimes you wonder how you can even get back to feeling normal. And when I say that, I mean harmonious in the body. And I think, well, one, it's weird to be in a meat body, and sometimes when we're in the extremes, we're reminded of that. Like, how different is this from our actual, like, most pure, like, essence, right? But on the other hand, like, the meat bodies are that anchor to the 3D world, to the reality. They're what keep us tethered to this earth. They're the gift from Mother Nature, of Pachamama, of Gaia, to allow us to have this experience. And when we're wondering, like, when it all feels really hard, like, why, how can we get through it? Because, like, the sensation I've been feeling, like, in this moving into this portal in my body, it's been a lot of anxiety, but a lot of it has been almost like an electrical overload on a circuit board. It felt foreign. It felt like it wasn't even, like it was of me, and I didn't understand it, because it wouldn't it wouldn't move, it wouldn't shift. And it was only after 3 or 4 days of feeling this way that I was like, oh, I think it's because it's not of me, it's actually of the collective. And this is like a really intense thing that is triggering me now, prompting me to go in and do my own work, which might happen with you guys as well, or might have been happening recently. But yeah, if coming back to Pure Pill's beautiful message there around it's never too easy, but it's never too hard with your heart. The body is of that extremity, but the heart is where the unity lives, the balance lives, that calm peace, that like emotional equilibrium, that center point. And so you're totally right. If we anchor back into our hearts, if we consult with our heart space, it can be made easier. It doesn't mean it's not hard still, but at least we can feel at home again. Does that make sense? That's some nice lessons for me to help me navigate what I've been journeying through. Okay, Heather's sharing some beautiful wisdom here. So if things get difficult as we move through this portal of polarity, you can remember this reminder. You have made it through 100% of your worst days. You will get through this too. Just take things one day at a time. That was super helpful this week for me. And the shadow work is like climbing a mountain. Once you get to the top before you start on the next mountain journey, be sure to enjoy the view from the top of your mountain that you just summited. Ah, I love that. I love that so much. That actually has a lot to do with what I wanted to share about the Capricorn Full Moon as well, because it is like climbing a mountain, and that's what goats do. So when I was in the shower meditating on this energy of the Capricorn Full Moon, that's what came to me. I saw the goats on the cliff face, and I was trying to feel into the energy of that goat, about the why. Why do they do this? Why are Capricorns so successful? Why do Capricorns love challenging themselves to achieve? Why are they so efficient and successful at doing hard stuff, doing consistent stuff? And I think what I learned, it's because their gift is to be attuned to the energy of the reward, of beyond the achievement. It's like the hard part that a lot of the rest of us might be challenged by, that consistent showing up, that consistent pushing yourself forward, that image of climbing a ladder. And if we don't like that because it's like a corporate capitalist kind of idea, the goat, like climbing that mountain, that sheer cliff face, it's because they actually aren't thinking about the challenging bit. They're only thinking about and understanding and like feeling that energetic attraction and connection to the end point, the reward, what that feels like, what that will be. They already have that anchored into them, and that's why they do the hard stuff, and that bit's easy for them because they don't think about that bit. Whereas the rest of us might be like get lost in the hard part. I know I do. Compassion compass. Oh, you're full of wisdom tonight. Thank you. Sending you energy from my tree. Oh, beautiful. There's so much love here tonight. The energy's great. Heather has a wonderful, beautiful tree friend who provides her with wisdom and comfort and, yeah, beauty. It's really nice to have special trees and special plants. I found one near my new home at the beach. It's this incredible cypress tree with a picnic table under its canopy, and it's right on the shore in this sort of hidden covey spot. And yeah, it's a special tree. I often think about, another card fell out. I often think about the trees who, it's almost like karma, like the trees that get to live right on the shoreline. and have the most beautiful view that you can imagine. Us humans pay millions of dollars to buy the property on the beach. And some trees are lucky enough just to incarnate right prime position on the shore and have just the energy of people playing and bathing and enjoying, and like, oh, just thinking about and feeling into that energy of the tree, that's lucky enough to incarnate there and provide all the beautiful air for all the people enjoying like the beach. I love thinking about that. I always like reflect when I pass those trees, like, wow, you're so lucky to be living right here and making a home for all the birds and stuff. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's talk about, we'll finish up talking about the Capricorn full moon. I think this card has a bit to do with that. So if you're wanting to work with this full moon energy, I really do feel like you can be thinking about the bits on the journey to what your pinnacle of achievement looks like, your goal, what reward looks like for you, the ultimate reward, the highest reward you can think of. In regards to your purpose, you know, or something that you really want, something that you really want to manifest. If you're thinking about that and you're getting stuck, if you're like the goat and you know at the top, say there's this amazing tree full of like the most delicious berries, that's the reward and it's worth it. It's worth climbing that tree to get there, right? Climbing that cliff face. What's stopping you on the way? What are all those points? We have an opportunity right now to like kind of skip over those bits or dismantle the fear that they hold over us and fine tune our like focus on the reward and really like feel the frequency of that reward and allow that to guide us. Like Pure Pill suggested, that connection, that heart tether, allow that to lead you through the annoying, scary, difficult, overwhelming bits on the way, and just hone your focus, set your course for the reward. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing some fire ceremony tomorrow, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be thinking about all of the roadblocks that I perceive to be in the way and allowing the energy of the full moon to illuminate them and dissolve them. So there's a little ritual for you guys. One of my closest friends is a Capricorn. He's very resourceful and focused, tunnel vision at times, very goal oriented. Yeah, right? And it's so foreign because it's like you'd think there'd be lots of people in the zodiac that have that skill, but it's really just Capricorn. Other signs have like ways around, or other signs' energies have other ways to achieve that ultimate manifestation or ultimate goal. But it's like the Capricorns don't mind doing the hard stuff, the tedious stuff. It's just part of the course. It's like, how else are you going to get there? Of course you've got to climb the cliff face if you want the berries on the top of the mountain. Like, duh. What, you're going to just like stand there and wait? No, go. Illuminate and then dissolve them with fire. Yeah. So that's a good way to do it too, especially if you're down in the southern hemisphere like me and we're lacking the light. We can work with the energy of fire right now to bring more light, to make that like polar kind of tether connection with the sun. It's very powerful. So we can use the fire to illuminate and the smoke to dissolve. I think that feels right, and that's what I'm going to work with. Okay, let's see what these cards look like. So the first one that popped out when I was asking for the energy, or that I pulled, it sort of jumped out, was the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So this really does hold a lot of that Capricorn energy because we're talking pentacles here. So it has to do with the element of earth and money, but also the ultimate goal, right? So the ultimate goal for this character here, and remember it arrived reversed, so we'll get to that soon. this person has set himself a goal of the harvest, right? The harvest at this point is closer than it feels like, because we're at the point now where we have to wait. We've done the work and now we have to tend, but mostly we have to wait. It's a very interesting card because what we've got is someone who's done all the steps that are within their control, you know, the tending to the soil, the planting or sowing of the seeds, the watering, the love, the nurturing with the nutrients, all of those things, the composting, the pruning. This person has been meticulously doing these tasks. Anything within their control they've been doing. But at some point on that journey, anyone who's been waiting to eat a delicious fruit off a tree in their garden knows this. It gets to a point where you've done everything you can, and then you have to wait for the sun to alchemize within the plant. And this is almost like a lesson of the patience part of manifesting something that you want. Some people like teach really passive methods of manifestation, and I've learned a lot from the tarot about the path of manifestation, the skills, the journey of manifestation. If Aaron's still here, we recently learned that in the Tarot Foundations course, that the minor arcana, as it's taught me, holds the key for the full process of manifestation. And so basically there's a point where hang on, let me go back. We don't want to be too passive with this. It's really important to put ourselves into the process. We don't just let the universe do it for us. We have to weave our own intention, our own energy, our own devotion, our own like proof of our like desire into the process, right? And this is part of what nature teaches us when we co-create with nature in the simplest way, like growing plants, right? At some point, we do have to step back and just trust and wait, because we've done what we can do, right? We've done all of the work that we can do. And the next step that's actually active within us and not passive is now stepping back, having acceptance and allowing yourself to receive what is coming, allowing the universe to conspire with you to breathe into life what you have been working on. This can be hard for us. We don't want to wait. And we have to always remember that it's possible to pick this fruit now, but is it going to taste very good? No, it's going to be bitter or sour or astringent. It's going to be crunchy. It's not going to be sweet and soft and like juicy. We want all of those sensations. Remember how I said at the start of this that part of the reason we come here is to have these experiences of polarity. And one of the beautiful experiences is the senses. The sensation of taste is just like one of the most exquisite like experiences, reasons we come here to Earth. I can't even imagine how many souls are like, I really want to go to Earth just to eat food. I'll put up with all of the crazy shit just to taste like chocolate again, right? Or a beautiful ripe peach off a tree. Like, what an incredible gift. So we can eat the fruit before it's ripe, but that's not what we actually desire. We actually desire to have the most beautiful tasting fruit. And we know this because sometimes, and this is a part of this card actually, if you actually look at the leaves here, they don't all look that healthy. Some of them look a bit brown. So there's a question mark over are we really going to get what we desire here? So we could, if we don't wait, there is risk, right? There's always risk. There's risk even if you've done all your best job in all of the pest control and like all providing the right nutrients and all of these things, giving like the perfect amount of water that the plant needs. We can do all these things and there's still a risk that something happens. I have this amazing nectarine tree. The one I care for meticulously every year on the farm. And without fail, the aphids come at the last minute and destroy all the fruit. Like, almost every year. And so for me, even 1 or 2 nectarines off that tree are just so special. And I really know, I'm like, I can pick them early, but then they'll be hard and crunchy, and I don't mind a crunchy nectarine, right? But I weigh it up, and I have to take the risk. So there is risk in trust, there is risk in patience, but I think we have to know that it's worth the risk. It's worth waiting for the universe to come in and maximize, optimize, like supercharge what's coming for us. Because that's also like, don't limit yourself. If you go too early because you don't trust, you're actually limiting what you're allowing yourself to receive, right? So the work is super important here, but we're at this stage, and this is why I think why it's reversed. We either don't understand that this part's really important, or we don't want to because we're a bit impatient, or we're scared that we're not going to actually get what we're really dreaming of. We will, as long as we have that belief and we have that trust, and we do what we talked about before and anchor into that Capricorn energy of just full, sharp focus on the best possible outcome, the most successful outcome. And you know what? If sometimes we don't get exactly what we want and it falls a bit short, we are grateful anyway. We receive that abundance and like immerse ourselves in it. We take the learnings from that journey and think about how we'll do stuff differently next time. Or we just take the blessing that, you know, sometimes Mother Nature gives us something different, and maybe it's to remind us, for instance, with that nectarine example, that instead of gluttonously like getting all the nectarines in this like full abundance, that actually you might remember savoring that 1 or 2 nectarines that were beautiful amongst all the ones that were rotting, and remember that for next year. And that's the experience you wanted. You wanted the one bite into that nectarine that was beautiful. That's what you remember, not eating 20 of them. You remember the first one. You can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you just might find you get what you need. Yep. That's so true. Okay, do we feel good with this card? I think we do, and I really do feel like it's linked to that full moon energy, and so go and do that ritual. I think it will be really helpful. If you missed it before, it's basically a ritual to work with the light, using fire and smoke, and leaning into the Capricorn full moon energy of allowing the moon to illuminate the steps in the journey that are challenging you, that you are fearful of, that are holding you back, that you can't be bothered with, that are boring, that are too hard basket, all of those little bits and pieces, and allow the moon to illuminate them for you, however that means. That might be journaling in the moonlight, that might be just contemplating, meditation, allowing them to arise, and then find a way to use fire or smoke to, what was the word I used before? Dissolve. Fire is a great cleanser, and fire connects us with that sunlight energy of the solstice portal that is either in abundance for you or kind of missing, like for me. Yeah, use that fire to dissolve what you find, what the moon illuminates for you. Okay, there was another card that popped up. Oh, this is beautiful. This flew out before just when I was shuffling mindlessly. It is the Fool. So this lady is going through a portal. You can see her. It's this true. You are going to be basically coming out the other end, kind of cleared and renewed and ready for a new adventure. I definitely feel like this is happening in my life at the moment. I don't know if that resonates with you guys, that you're on the precipice of a new chapter, something really beautiful. And if we think of that, again, leaning into that Capricorn energy, it might be that mountain goat at the bottom of the mountain, looking up, preparing, getting ready to go on this next journey upward of ascension. We give Capricorns a hard time, right? About just being focused on money, success and stuff like that. and being workaholics and all the rest. But like, what do mountain goats do? And I know Capricorn's a sea goat, but it's also a mountain goat. They ascend like across the most difficult terrain. They're ascending. And they're the evolved earth sign as well. So they have gone around the wheel of experience, all the aspects of the earth energy, what it is to be in the material plane, what it is to manifest your reality, what it is to create financial abundance for yourself and success in your real world. So this is what we're leaning into here. This is a beautiful, beautiful time. I'm excited about this. This makes me really happy. I didn't know what I was expecting, like a bunch of difficult cards, but no, what I'm seeing here is that beautiful job that you guys in the Northern Hemisphere are doing of holding the frequency of the solstice, of the highest light, of the richest, warmest light, of the brightest light, of the longest light. You're holding that for everyone, which is amazing. And now we all get to like utilize that and allow the light to shine on us and embolden us and spirit us as we go through this portal into the second half of this year. I'm excited about that. Let's have a look at these symbols and see if anything's speaking. I think the dog's always a really nice symbol in the Fool card, because it's our spirit guides. It's also us. Whenever you go through a dark night of the soul, one of the things that you come out of it, if you transit through it, like, and you do make it out, is that you become your own best friend. You get to meet yourself on an entirely new level and establish or re-establish or expand on ways that you are your own best friend. And what I mean is that the lower self, the ego, will find ways to actually allow the higher self, the spirit, the essence, to actually lead the way, not to fight it. And yeah, so this dog is like that essence, you know what I mean? And also like our guardians, our spirit team. It's like dogs are like so loyal and beautiful and loving, and that's like the energy of our spirit guides, right? That they're always present, they're always behind us. They try to warn us, like this little dog's trying probably to warn this lady that she's about to go on a cliff, and we're just oblivious, right? Our spirit guides are probably up watching us half the time and just being like, what are you doing? You know, let's throw them some feathers so they figure out like what to do, you know. Let's send them some angel numbers on some license plates, give them some guidance. This is like the little dogs, right? And sometimes we're just so oblivious. Even my little cat, that looks like my cat Bread, and he's constantly trying to get my attention when I'm working, and I'm like, I wish I could. Actually, probably could. I could just stop everything, right, and be present with him, but I'm distracted. I've got things to do, and I can't be there all the time with him the way he wants, which is just sitting down, just cuddling. So, you know, it's also like a reminder to be present. Any chance you get on this journey that you're about to embark on, take time to be present and experience the joy, experience the light, experience the magic, especially of the messages from the guides, from your guides. And you know, the animals in your life are also guides. They don't always have to be in spirit. Like, I 100% believe that animals that are in my life are my like little angels or spirit guides manifested, you know, into a physical body, just like I am. We're all spirit family. So yeah, look out for the messages from your guides. remember that you, even when things get hard on this journey, that you're your best friend, you know, be the best friend you can be to yourself. That's a really beautiful thing. Okay. Does anyone have anything they would like to share before we close out this circle? If you've been watching the replay, thank you. It's so nice to have you here in the energetic field that we all share. I hope that the solstice portal has been serving you well and will serve you well as you move through it into the second phase of this year. If you would like to work with me, I offer empowerment readings using tarot and the Akashic Records. You can just jump onto the link on my bio to book a reading with me or send me a DM. I'd be happy to chat. I also teach tarot. So if you would like to learn tarot, I don't have a new course running for a little while, but I do one-on-one tarot training and coaching. So if you'd like to have a tailor-made package just for you, hit me up. I'd love to chat. Oh, thank you, Heather. That's so sweet. Natalie's readings are fire. Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else going on. That's it for now. You'll see me pop up here and there. I'm still not in a regular flow with content creation yet, but maybe soon. I think in the next month or so I should be creating a lot more. All right. And if there's anything you want to know about tarot or any themes you'd like me to explore in the content that I'm making, let me know. Drop a comment or send me a message. I'd love to hear what you're interested in learning about. All right, that is it for tonight. Big solstice blessings to you all, and yeah, good luck traveling through this portal. I'm with you. All right, bye everyone.